Purchasing a new home can be a daunting task for anyone. For seniors, this process can include a distinct set of real estate goals, concerns, and needs. Joining me now to talk about seniors and real estate is Senior Real Estate Specialist Melanie Edmonson, a realtor with ERA Old South Properties, Inc. Melanie, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jeff.
Well, we're really excited to hear what you have to say today. And let's start off, what is a senior real estate specialist?
A senior real estate specialist is a realtor that is uniquely qualified to assist seniors with their home purchases and home sales.
When you mean assist, and I know we're going to get into some specific questions, is this everything from looking at the property to determining the paperwork? What all does this include? Yes,
it includes looking at the property, oftentimes helping them, downsize, and definitely looking at the paperwork and the transactions.
Okay, so why should someone, senior especially, seek out a senior real estate specialist?
Because we bring a broad spectrum to the real estate transaction. We're uniquely, educated and qualified, and we go through a 45-hour certification to work directly with the seniors and their families.
What do you find is one of the most common questions that seniors have that's kind of unique to that age group when they're out looking for a home with you?
Quite often it's size. They want to look at properties that are smaller because they are downsizing. Oftentimes they'll ask questions as far as retirement communities and assisted living.
Mm-hmm. Well, what are some of or how does the conversation go, I guess, when someone is determining like a gated community versus a regular neighborhood and these kind of concerns?
Well, it depends on their activity and their stage in life. If the senior is just looking to retire, they'll inquire about the gated communities, and we do have one here in the area locally.
Mm-hmm. What other things that someone might really be concerned about a home at that age, say the functionality of the bathroom?
Well, a lot of times their concerns would be if they want to stay in their home, maybe getting it handicap accessible, like adding grab bars and changing out the doorknobs. And also, if they're looking to downsize and move, they may be looking for that quality in their new home.
Mm-hmm. As a senior real estate specialist, say for example, the existing bathroom is not the best layout for an elderly person. Can you help them very quickly determine, is that an easy fix, or is that, somebody might say, well, it's going to cost a whole lot to transform that particular bathroom. What kind of advice do you give as far as the ease of modifications?
Whenever it comes to modifications, I listen to the seniors' concerns, and I'll often refer them to an aging in place specialist who will come in there and determine, whether the home needs a few modifications for them to stay in the home, or if it may need extensive remodeling.
So tell us a little bit about that individual, and you said what they do, but so they work hand in hand with you to answer some of these smaller detail questions, is that right?
Correct, yes. And the aging in place specialists, they will come in and they will take a look at their home and just determine, what would be most convenient and appropriate for that senior.
Mm-hmm. What do you see as the most common concern? Is it the structure itself? Is it the area, the security factor? Is it accessibility or long-term being able to stay in the house? What's like the number one concern?
The number one would be the long-term being able to stay in the home. Usually whenever I meet my seniors, they're ready to sell. They have a large family home. They're looking to just relieve themselves of the maintenance, home maintenance, exterior, lawn maintenance, and they're really just ready to relax and move into a small community.
Well, yeah, lawn maintenance and home maintenance is a huge issue. How do you help people mentally transition from a large home that they've been in for a long time, but with the issues of maintenance? How do you that's a mental transformation they have to undertake to be used to and adjust to a smaller place, even though no maintenance is a good thing. What kind of emotional ties do they have to downsizing?
Well, quite often they have strong emotional ties because it's usually the family home where they've raised their family. They've been there for 30 years, and it's oftentimes, a difficult decision, and they wait, but I work with them and their families, and they're usually ready to sell or ready to, downsize and move into something smaller.
Well, it's good you mentioned families, because a lot of times, really, like you say, in a family home situation, there is that family component. Does someone else want to raise their children in the home that they were reared in? So is it good to bring all parties together in this conversation? It
is. It's very good to work with the children and any family members that the senior feels, like they want to have involved.
Mm-hmm. Well, say someone does like to have a yard. A lot of people enjoy that as a hobby as well as just curb appeal. What kind of options do you try to show them as far as how how they're going to handle this maintenance, even if it's a smaller area?
Well, I just really sit down and discuss their housing needs and what they are looking for. And if they're looking for, someplace with a small yard, then I'll show them some condos or some duplexes in the area that they may consider and be happy with.
Mm-hmm. We talked a lot about bathrooms and things, but what are some other common small modifications that might be done just for safety in the home? I know falling is a huge issue. So what are some other, is it a kitchen or hallways, stairs? Tell us a little bit about the other things you specifically look at with a senior in mind.
With a senior in mind, sometimes if there's fall risk, it may be a threshold area or a sunken, living room. Or just, inadequate lighting in the home. So I will go in there and I'll take a look at it, and they may just need to have their thresholds flattened. The sunken living room, maybe have that taken care of, like with a small ramp if they're wheelchair bound. And then maybe better lighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that always helps. So you help them, say someone is looking at 2 or 3 different properties. How would you rate the pros and cons and help them evaluate the different options that are out there?
Well, first, we will look at the homes and we will decide, which one they're going to be happiest with. It may be location that they're happy with. It may be the features, handicap features. And then other times it may be safety features, the location or security alarms, just, things like that.
Okay. Well, before we go, I know there's a lot of information on your website. Can you tell us where our viewers might find out some more information about dealing with a senior real estate specialist?
Well, the seniors are more than welcome to visit my website, which is www.myrealtor4seniors.com. And then also the sres.org website has a wealth of information.
Well, great, Melanie. Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.